David Bowie didn't follow trends, he created them. As a musician, actor, artist, and provocateur, he was a master of transformation. But one of his most lasting legacies is the way he redefined gender expression and fashion. Long before words like non-binary and gender fluid were part of mainstream dialogue, Bowie was embodying them on global stages, album covers, and television screens. He blurred the lines between masculinity and femininity with grace, confidence, and otherworldly charisma, making space for countless others to explore their identity without fear. Bowie's earliest artistic breakthroughs coincided with a time of great social upheaval. The late 1960s and early 1970s saw shifts in music, politics, and gender norms. But while most artists stayed within expected boundaries, Bowie obliterated them. With the birth of Ziggy Stardust in 1972, he offered the world a rock star who was neither entirely male nor female, neither alien nor human, but something beautifully in between. Ziggy wore makeup, glitter, jumpsuits, and heels. He was sensual, flamboyant, and unapologetically androgynous, and fans loved him for it. Ziggy Stardust wasn't just a costume. It was a statement. Bowie used the character to challenge rigid gender roles and confront heteronormative expectations. In a time when most male rock stars dressed in jeans and leather jackets, Bowie wore metallic bodysuits and kabuki-inspired outfits. His visual language was influenced by Japanese theater, surrealism, drag culture, and futuristic fashion. It wasn't about shock value. It was about freedom. He gave permission for people to question what gender meant, and more importantly, how it could be expressed. Bowie's androgyny wasn't just confined to the Ziggy era. Throughout the 1970s and beyond, he continued to experiment with fluid identity. Whether as Aladdin Sane with his iconic lightning bolt, the thin white duke in his slick suits and ambiguous sexuality, or Jareth the Goblin King with his flowing hair and crystal orbs, Bowie consistently played with gender presentation in ways that felt revolutionary. He moved seamlessly between masculine and feminine aesthetics, showing the world that style and identity could be performance, play, and protest all at once. Fashion was one of Bowie's greatest tools for transformation. He collaborated with visionary designers like Kansai Yamamoto, Freddie Beretti, and Alexander McQueen to craft looks that broke every rule in the book. He made glam rock glamorous, turned haute couture into stage wear, and proved that men could wear makeup, skirts, platform boots, and satin blouses and still command an arena. His wardrobe choices were never just about appearance. They were about challenging norms, expanding minds, and creating new narratives. One of Bowie's most powerful fashion moments came in 1974 when he appeared on the cover of Diamond Dogs with a half-man, half-dog hybrid body, further pushing boundaries of human form and gender identity. A few years earlier, he had famously told British journalists that he was gay, an admission that shocked and intrigued the public, especially at a time when homosexuality was still taboo in much of the world. Whether or not Bowie's declarations were performative, his visibility helped normalize queerness in pop culture. Through his fluid presentation, Bowie became a lifeline for LGBTQ+ fans who saw themselves reflected in his art. He created space for outcasts, misfits, and dreamers to feel seen, validated, and celebrated. He made it clear that you didn't have to conform to be powerful. You could be soft and strong, masculine and feminine, glittery and grounded, all at once. And you could still be a rock god. Bowie's legacy lives on in today's gender nonconforming artists, from Harry Styles and Janelle Monáe to Sam Smith, Lady Gaga, and Yungblud. His fearless exploration of identity laid the groundwork for a generation of creatives to dress how they want, love who they want, and be who they are. His fashion choices influenced designers like Jean Paul Gaultier, Vivienne Westwood, and Rick Owens, who saw in Bowie a model for clothing that tells a story. What set Bowie apart was his authenticity. Even in his most theatrical personas, he was always speaking some deeper truth about himself and about the world. He showed that identity isn't fixed. It's fluid. It's a canvas. It's a song. Bowie didn't need permission to break the rules. He broke them simply by showing up in a new outfit, with a new hair color, in a new body. And in doing so, he helped everyone else feel like they could do the same. When Bowie passed in 2016, he left behind a universe of characters, styles, and sounds. But more importantly, he left behind a philosophy. Be fearless. Be fluid. Be fabulous. Be whoever you are. His gender-bending brilliance didn't just challenge fashion, it changed lives. David Bowie redefined what it meant to be a man, a woman, or something else entirely. He redefined what it meant to be free.